Tonight we have very interesting news from Legacy of Destruction. We have 5 brand new cards to look at, and honestly I'm very excited to read these things because it is a deck that is from the Arc V era that is finally getting Pendulum Monsters because it's just one of those decks that was lacking it. So let's get into it. We're looking at brand new Melodious stuff, and we have Lafra or Refrain, the Melodious songstress. She is a light level 4 fairy pendulum monster, attack 1600 and defense 800, scale of 1. The pendulum effect is you can only use the pendulum effect of cards with this card's name once per turn. You can target one Melodious fusion monster you control, send one Melodious monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack equal to the sent monster's level times 200 until the end of this turn. It is really good because it gets to things in the graveyard, and if you already control a fusion monster, it's very useful. Now, the monster effect is also very, very powerful. You can only use the first and second monster effects of cards with this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Melodious monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of herself. And then if a Melodious fusion monster is special summoned to your field while this card is face up in your extra deck, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone. So realistically, this new support is making Arias super broken, where it protects all your stuff from being targeted. So I think that's one of the first things that you really want to do with this brand new support. Now the next card, you can't have a scale of 1 without a scale of 9. We have Couplet, the Melodious songstress. She is a light level 5 fairy pendulum monster effect with 1200 attack and 2000 defense, scale of 9. The pendulum effect, you can only use the second pendulum effect of cards with this card's name once per turn. You cannot pendulum summon monsters except fairy monsters. Also, this effect cannot be negated. And if you do not control any face-up monsters other than Melodious monsters, you can add one Melodious spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Very powerful again. Getting any of your Melodious spell or trap cards, super good. But it's also a scale 9, so you can pendulum summon literally everything from your hand. Now, the monster effect is you can only use the first and second effect of cards with this card's name once per turn. And if this card is added to the hand except by drawing it, you can reveal this card, special summon one level 4 or lower Melodious monster from your graveyard. If a Melodious fusion is special summoned to your field while this card is face up in your extra deck, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone. So literally, they are in the extra deck, summon out a fusion, you get free scales. This new support is very powerful, and I cannot wait to see what the new fusions do and their actual new spell card. Now, out of all the decks that I thought that was going to get support, Melodious was on the very bottom of my list because I was thinking it was going to be in the like duels pack. But we have a brand new fusion monster being spectacular, Bach, the Melodious Maestra, and she's a light level 7 fairy fusion effect monster, 2500 attack, 1800 defense, and her materials are 2 Melodious monsters. You can only use the first and third effect of cards with this card's name once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Melodious monster from your deck. You could literally summon Aria from the deck. While you control this fusion summon card in the monster zone, the activated effects of Melodious fusion monsters in your possession cannot be negated. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Melodious monster in your graveyard, except another copy of herself, special summon it in defense. So literally you summon her, and then you summon Arias. Your fusions are unaffected. Well, can't be negated, I should say. And they cannot be targeted. So realistically, this is a power couple of cards that can cause interesting situations in the game, and really a good lockdown with some of the other cards as well that you can pendulum summon out for literally nothing. Now let's get to the new boss monster of the deck, the brand new fusion along with Spectacular. We have Flowering Etole, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Melodious Grand Choir. She's a fairy fusion effect monster, light level 8, with 2800 attack and 1500 defense. She takes one Melodious Maestra monster and 2 Melodious monsters. Super easy to do, so that is already off to a good start. Now, you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. Quick effect, you can banish any number of Melodious monsters you control until the end phase. Then you could return up to that many face-up cards your opponent controls to the hand. That is a no targeting cost, which in my opinion is very, very strong. Which, in my opinion, no targeting no cost cards are super powerful, let alone stuff like this. Now, the second effect of this face-up fusion summon card in its owner's control leaves the field by your opponent. You can special summon one Melodious monster from your deck or extra deck, except another copy of herself. So we could literally summon out the other fusion for free and then have a field day. But let's take a look at that last card, the spell card, to see how well it ties in this new support. After all those powerful cards, let's end it off with hopefully a very powerful card. Now, it is a brand new spell card, and it is Melodious Concerto. It is a normal spell card, and you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. Fusion summon one fairy fusion monster by using monsters from your hand or field. You may also use monsters in your Pendulum's Innocence fusion material. Already off to a great start because you're using your scales to fusion summon, and then after that, you fusion summon, the scales come back. And then the second effect, if a Melodious fusion monster is sent to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, even during the damage step, you could return this card to the bottom of the deck, then draw one. That is really good. Being able to use your scales for fusion summoning is always super useful, but also you can just say, yeah, just get a fusion summon, get your scales back, pendulum summon everything, and probably pass the turn with triggering a few of the effects. But overall, this support is very, very powerful along with the old cards, because I know back in the day it was Arias control with a few other cards, so we might see more of that, plus the new support. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I want to know what you guys think about this new Melodious. Actual new 5 cards. This is actually supremely crazy. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy, and see you guys in the next video.